Okay, well, that is Mike Vrabel. Anything stand out to you? He gave a non-answer on that Milton thing. Sorry, there was no answer there. Anything stand out to you?
Increase reps. Wow. Okay.
There's really one thing that did stand out to me.
What?
I think it's probably the same thing you're about to say, so go ahead.
Mine is how he views the game, how freaking prepared he is. Yeah, his experience shows when he just talks about players and team building and relaying like how we transfer even analytics to how we view a player and talking about the 30 for 30, but like disruptive, slimy, like just the words he used. Slimy just knows how to get to the quarterback, to just destructive plays. You don't hear many people talk that way. Last guy didn't. And they both played defense at a high level here. This guy is he's in tune. I think you're in good hands.
The left tackle thing, he was asked if he thought there were any starters in the draft. He said, yeah, I think there are starters at left tackle in this draft.
That was one thing that really stood out. We'll get to some other things to pick through from Mike Vrabel's press conference. They're not just going to win with a bunch of good dudes. That really stood out to me in this press conference. He's saying it again.
Second time in 2 months.
That makes it notable.
Well, it's part of the
It was notable when he said it once. Now that he's done it twice, it certainly is catching my ear.
Well, especially when you preach violence, right? Defensively. We're looking for a violent team. Those aren't good guys. I mean, you could be a good guy. It's controlled violence. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think what he's talking about is specifically character off the field. They're willing to tolerate a certain level of nonsense.
There's certain risk involved, right? But I think you have to wait, right? And the better the player, the more you're going to tolerate. That's kind of the way it works.
Also brought up best player available and premium positions. And even if we have starters at that position, we're not going to pass on an all-world talent, which to me, like, isn't that Abdul Carter? Isn't that what you're talking about right there?
You have two elite guys probably circled, and if one of those fall, we're taking them regardless of where we're heading in this draft. Yeah. That's the Abdul Carter.
Which means if Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter drops, they're not taking a tackle because they need a tackle.
Thanks for all the work, guys. We're good. Yeah. Especially when he says there's multiple starters at left tackle in the draft. It's not like you got to put all your eggs in one basket at 4.
Other people thought that he was referring to Josh Dobbs as opposed to Josh McDaniels in his initial Drake and Josh.
He is. He's talking about Drake and Josh, yeah.
I thought he was talking about Josh McDaniels.
I thought he was talking about Dobbs.
Well, I guess maybe it was cute to bring up Josh Dobbs.
Because the question was after the Milton.
I know that it was about Milton.
So less reps, and hey, we got 2 quarterbacks, and we're looking forward to moving forward with Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh Dobbs. I never thought McDaniels.
Oh, I immediately thought McDaniels because that's the.
Well, that's why the
he said if we're going to be, you're going to be doing a lot of talking about Josh Dobbs this year. I hope not.
Well, that was why the zinger was added at the end there. 3 Drakes, 2 Joshes. You know, that one.
Yeah.
No.
I think the character thing was important. I think taking the best player was important. I think. Let me think.
I was at Cleveland last year. No contact with them. Have no clue what they're doing. He gave you a lot of answers.
Did you think he was kind of evasive when asked about the Abdul Carter visit? I didn't get a great vibe from him when he said he wasn't going to reveal what happened.
He wasn't going to reveal what they talked about, but then he got into detail about the player, the type of player he is, and how the film they were watching. That's where he was talking about this slippery, slimy type guy, like just hard to block, disruptive.
But he mentioned nothing about his football IQ or character or anything along those lines, which I guess there's no advantage to at this point.
Well, it's also probably you don't want to give anybody – you don't want to tip your hat.
Right, that too.
He's going to be very, very, very guarded. That was a guarded press conference.
That was a guarded press
conference. He gave you a lot for a guarded press conference.
Did you get the sense that they're picking and sticking?
Yes, I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did take that away. This feels like they're ready to use the fourth.
He won't admit it like it's a bad draft, but like we can't afford to move back because you're not going to get the type of haul that you would in other years. So it's smarter to pick, probably.
Right. I mean, the advantage is even in a bad draft, and with it being a bit of a toss-up at 4, the advantage of having the 4th pick and having such a bad year is you're in the driver's seat. You pick the guy that you think is the best, and you have them all available to you after that top 3. That is an advantage, one they should use.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of fiddling around with the board.
Fiddlesticks, yeah.
You know what Felger would call that to the board?
Finger banging.
The board.
Can't finger bang the board.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't.
It's fine.
None of that.
Jimmy Stewart said it's fine.
No, it's not fine.
It is
on this
totally
show.
fine.
Fine. It's
2 to
on these
6.
airwaves
Yeah.
12
2 to 6
times
drive
a day.
time.
We have different standards
No,
here.
we don't.
We do.
Why? Well,
You're on the
let's.
10 to 2 show.
Okay.
First
well,
time I said finger banging in a long time.
okay. In a tribute to Sean McDonough, I'm going to say let's do the reverse Sean McDonough and lower the bar. He used to say we're raising the bar. All right, on talk radio.
Lower it.
Yeah,
Let's bring that thing down.
I mean, I would say you're not
Can it get lower?
You're not raising much of anything in the 1500s on AM. But anyway, I would say that as a tribute to him, as a big fan of his, let's lower the bar. Okay, let's lower the bar. Let's really get in there.
People love it.
Come on, one more time. You want to say it one more time?
Oh,
Just to piss T-Bone off?
Rick's getting upset.
He is going to be upset.
That's just like you're making fun of it now.
Yeah, don't do that.
I go nuts when I fell for your phone. I was like, it said with such meaning.
Felger Maz, more dart throwing today, right? Get those
They
highlighters
got,
out.
they got tackles today?
I hope so. I don't know
Look
what
at the
they're. No,
centers
they were
and
doing
guards.
tackles
I thought
yesterday.
they did offensive
Oh,
line
yeah.
yesterday. Yeah.
I think I was watching the centers and guards, and I dropped them.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.